I think as artists, one of the things we're always looking for is a way to better at art a little bit faster. Obviously, we all know the best way to improve is to just practice. Everyone tells you that. There's just no real big secret. You just have to practice. But everyone still kind of wants some kind of shortcut or fast track. And I think it's worth thinking about ways to do it more efficiently. I can't necessarily promise anything that'll turn you into Da Vinci overnight. If I could, my art would look a lot nicer, but I do think I have one helpful trick. When you're working on improving a skill in your art, draw small. I don't really mean start small or ease into it, although that can be good advice too. I mean literally, draw small. This might not seem very important, but it can help in a lot of ways. The reason this is helpful mainly goes back to one thing. Drawing small means you will draw faster, you have less area to cover, and it makes finishing a piece less physical work. Right now, I'm working on a 4x6 inch piece of paper, and it took me about an hour or an hour and a half to finish it. I probably would have been quicker, but I kept getting sidetracked while filming. But why is that beneficial? Well, first off, if a piece of art takes you less time, it's less stressful and overwhelming to work on. If you're sitting down at a big empty piece of paper and you don't even know how to begin to fill it, that can be really stressful and overwhelming. And when it's small, it just feels a little bit more manageable. It's a bite-sized chunk. Also, if you start working on a piece and you know it won't take you as long as a big, huge piece, you'll probably be more motivated to work on it. It's way easier for me to look at this and go, okay, it's only this big. It won't take me long to do this. I can make art today. A lot of the times, I think that's one of the big hurdles of practicing is just starting. And this is a really great way to kind of make it just a little bit easier. It's also helpful because it means you can work on other pieces sooner. Let me explain. Let's say you're like me and you want to work on your watercolor paintings. I sat down and I started working on this painting, and immediately I could feel myself go, oh man, I'm messing this up because I don't know what I'm doing. I should have approached this differently. I should have done this. But since the piece is so small and easy to complete, I can quickly start another piece after this that will have better results. I can take the lesson I learned in this piece into another, and so on and so forth. I'm also less likely to quit if it's not going well. While sometimes it is good to just kind of scrap what you're doing and start over, a lot of times it's better to kind of stick with something and kind of go through it, because then you learn more than if you just said, oh, I don't like this, I'm just gonna stop. Another benefit that might be kind of a personal thing, you might not have this issue, is that for me, I always have this hope that the thing I make while I'm practicing will be super awesome and I can turn it into a big print. But if I can't do that because it's small, it kind of takes some of the pressure off and I can focus on just practicing. A lot of the times I'm just trying to find ways to trick myself out of overthinking and just doing art, and I think this is a really great way to do that. College professor I had once told me that ultimately in art you get faster and better at art by making more decisions quickly. The more decisions you make, the more you can learn from those choices, and that's one of the benefits drawing faster is beneficial. For example, timed figure drawing is so helpful because you have to pick up the pace and make a finished piece. Drawing small is a different method, but it helps you accomplish the same goal. There are some things that might not be so good for, obviously. If you want to work on doing big pieces, this probably isn't the move, and if you're working on some more small details, this method could be super frustrating. But I still think it can be a useful strategy. This piece didn't really go the way I wanted to, and that was a bit frustrating. I was really struggling with things like the skin tone, and I kept being impatient when I was painting, and the paint would just bleed into each other. And also my paint itself was just kind of old and made it kind of difficult to work with. Probably should just get some fresh watercolor paint. It was okay because I was motivated to just keep trying until I liked how it looked, and I knew even if it didn't work out, it was just a tiny little painting. I could scrap it and move on to the next thing, and it wouldn't be a big deal. If you want to try something like this, I would love to hear how it goes for you. I bought a pack of postcard size paper a while ago for a project, and that's what I'm using to do this, but you could also just cut up a larger piece of paper and use those to practice on. Do you think this could help you? Have you tried something like this before? Let me know. I'd be really curious to know how it worked out for you. I hope this tip and this video have been helpful. If it has been, consider liking and subscribing to my channel to see more videos like it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye bye!